Welcome to the HMG Executive Leadership Spotlight, where we showcase the best of the best global business technology executives demonstrating innovation, driving disruption, reimagining and reinventing the enterprise, the customer journey, new business models, and new go-to-market opportunities in a safe and secure enterprise. And now, here's our host, Hunter Muller, founder and CEO of HMG Strategy.
Hello and welcome to the HMG Spotlight. I'm here with Andrew Campbell, the CIO for Terex Corporation, on today's program. Andrew, great to see you and great to have you here today.
Hunter, always a pleasure. Awesome to see you today. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, Andrew, we've just gone through a surreal experience the last 26 months, a rolling series of global crises hitting all aspects of the supply chain, all aspects of production, all aspects of manufacturing. You work for a very cool company, a global manufacturer of a wide range of lifts, cranes, and other mechanical devices. I can only imagine you've been pushed to a different dimension when you think about driving value through and innovation through a global supply chain. Talk to us about your journey and tell us your story at Terex and where are you today and where are you going next?
Yeah, Hunter, it has certainly been a dynamic last 2+ years and continues to be pretty dynamic in front of us. We've certainly, as many have experienced the beginning of the pandemic, first we had to figure out how to make sure everybody was able to be safe and continue to work. But we've had the challenges around supply chain where we went through a major dip in demand right at the beginning of the pandemic. And then as we moved through the pandemic, our demand from our customers grew tremendously. One of the neat things is we were able to actually see some of that coming back due to our telematics and other programs. But it's been something where the IT organization within Terex has been a close partner with our engineering organizations, our supply chain organizations, to really drive some new capabilities to be able to actually go multiple layers deep into our supply chain. That's probably one of the most dynamic things that I've seen is we're not just dealing with our tier 1 or tier 2 suppliers, but we're actually helping our tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers with their tier 1 and so forth down through the line. So it's been a pretty dramatic or pretty dynamic time for us and one that quite frankly has presented new challenges for the IT organization to help our business partners solve.
Hey, Andrew, I know you take leadership and your business technology leadership style and performance seriously. You work for a global Fortune 500 company. Talk to us about your leadership style with the C-suite, the line of business, the various presidents or leaders around the world, as well as the innovation committee that you're involved with.
One of the things I love about Terex is our culture. And one aspect of that is something that one of our values is called servant leadership. And I believe that is it's one of our 6 core values. And it is one that I truly believe in. I realize, quite frankly, I realize reflecting back on my career, that's actually how I've led my teams, right? And the whole idea is it's not a command and control, but rather a how do I enable team members to be successful. The same works whether you're talking about people who are within your direct organization or whether it's your business peers. Same way with our executive leadership team, right? That's from the CEO on down working with. It's all about how do we enable each other to be successful. And I think that's one of the things that has made Terex such an amazing company. I also am very proud. I've shared this with you, Hunter. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share it even broader. One of the things I'm really excited about is within the IT organization, over the last 5 years, the engagement level measured by our annual employee survey, the engagement level of the IT organization has grown tremendously to the point where 2 years ago, when we did our last survey, it was the highest engaged organization in the company. And when I asked the chief HRO, hey, is that something you've ever seen before? She talked to the company that did the survey and said, never. IT organizations are at best lucky to be middle of the pack relative to engaged scores. I attribute that, I think, largely to the fact that we are very engaged with our business partners. We're a part of driving the changes and the growth in the company. And members of the IT organization can see the direct impact that they have every day versus kind of just being there because they're needed, and instead being there because they're actually a value and strategic asset to the company.
Exciting stuff. Hey, talk to us a little bit more about the Innovation Committee. I know you were instrumental in kickstarting that several years ago, and it's probably driving tremendous results.
It has been it is something that started off small. Started off with the strategy officer, CFO, CEO, and myself. But it is something that is really, the way I look at it, what we've done is we've been able to bring this notion of purposeful innovation. So we're a company that we will acknowledge we're not out developing the brand new science, but we are bringing innovation by looking at other industries, by being able to help accelerate organizations within the company that maybe didn't have the funding or the focus to be able to get some things done. And now that Innovation Council, it's really morphed over the last, I'd say, 24 months into where it's less of a council now, and it's more, we've kind of embedded this notion of purposeful innovation into the company, and driving much higher levels of collaboration across the company.
When you think of innovative technologies, the cloud, AI, IoT, what are you working on?
So we've got some interesting things. I can't necessarily share all of them because we do view them as some competitive advantage. But we are, I talk a lot about with my team, experimentation and microservices. This is one of the things that I share with peers at events such as yours and so forth, that this whole notion around microservices that various cloud providers offer is an amazing way to very inexpensively experiment and try out things with our business partners and our customers to move way faster than I look even just a handful of years ago in terms of kind of bringing new capabilities forward. It's a great question, and I'm sure it's one that's taking place in many companies. We as an executive leadership team have put a lot of time into actually thinking about this topic, because we do worry a little bit about do you lose company culture if you don't have the informal interactions in the office that would have happened naturally just by simply coming in, where today we know that team members' expectations have changed relative to flexible work. So what we've focused on is really this notion of, we do think it's important for people to get together, to see people in person. The thing is, though, we can't tell them, hey, we need you back in the office to get work done. If we said that, that'd be unfair or disrespectful to the fact that for the last 2 years, they've gotten work done. Right? They've gotten work done remotely. Instead, we want to create a different purpose for coming back into the office. And so we are across the company setting up certain events and activities to drive those informal interactions. And that is the purpose. It's not to get work done, but it's really to actually drive that culture and informal interactions. And we actually are seeing some very positive reactions from team members saying, hey, if you'd kind of told me I had to come back to the office to do my job, I wouldn't have, I might have gone and looked elsewhere. In fact, I can tell you, we've had success in hiring because we are growing. We've had success in hiring because of the flexibility that we offer. There's actually a team member that we recently hired where they actually started looking for a new role because their company told them you have to come back to the office or you're not going to work here anymore. And we don't think that, I look at IT talent in particular. I think it's now applying to many other functions, but people can get work done from many locations. Now, that said, I'll leave you with just one other thought. I do encourage my team members, where they are located, in a factory or a distribution center or a service center, where we have team members that have to go in because you have to physically build machines. We are encouraging IT team members to be there locally and be part of those teams.
Great stuff, Andrew. Thank you so much for coming on today's HMG Spotlight. You're one of our top picks. In fact, you're one of my top picks for 2022, recognizing you as a top 2022 HMG Global Leadership Institute recognition program, one of our recipients. And I look forward to being in person with you later this year at one of our upcoming summits.
Hunter, thank you very much for allowing me to be on today. I've ever since I met you more than 10 years ago and was able to join the HMG group, it's been an amazing network, and the opportunity to be able to share with my peers and your network here is a tremendous opportunity. Thank you very much, Hunter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Campbell, Global CIO for Terex Corporation. Thank you, Andrew. Great to see you.
For more information, please visit hmgstrategy.com and keep up to date by following us on our social media platforms. Thank you.